Hey, what's up guys? I'm here for my Superstar review. If you're wondering what that video was at first, it was just the well, I don't know, you watched my update just before this video. I mentioned that I'll be putting some like viral type videos of wrestling and stuff, like the funny parts, like the bloopers and stuff like that. So the first one there was just like a really funny moment with, like, you know, like the midget wrestling. When they send him across the ring and he slides in his head and all that. I thought it was pretty funny, so I stick that in. And then at the end of the video, we'll have another blooper, but like a wrestling blooper, like a proper wrestling match, similar to that but differently, okay? And I'm going to try and keep this up in every single video, so it should be pretty cool. Alright, anyway, on with this video anyway. Alright, today, the superstar I'm going to review today, or the wrestler I'm going to review today, is a guy called Vampiro. And 1 second, my phone is ringing.
Ready? Do a facial face? Yeah. And go over the code right now. 7. Oh! 8. Died alone! Head first to the ground! He may have died there, ladies and gentlemen! Put his...
sorry about that. That video there was the video that I was going to show you at the end of the video. I'll just put it on while I was just getting my phone ready. Alright, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, okay. Back on with the video. Yep, the superstar, or the wrestler I'll be reviewing again today, is a guy called Ian Richard Hodgkinson. Okay, the guy's called Ian Richard Hodgkinson. And before I reveal his wrestling name, I'll just tell you a bit about him, right? Okay. He was born May the 31st, 1967, in Ontario, Canada. Thunder Bay. Okay. Now I'm gonna not leave you guessing. I'll just tell you who he is. All right, this guy. Quite a lot of people know him from the WCW, and then onto Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling. Oh, we know as TNA. Okay. So this guy is called Vampiro. I really like this guy. I might have got to watch like a tiny bit of him from WCW. I didn't even actually catch him in TNA, to be honest, you know. He only stayed there for a tiny bit, but this guy was pretty awesome. I remember his feuds with Sting and stuff like that. Okay, just a bit of a background stuff to start off. I'm doing it the opposite way around this time. Alright, so Vampiro, or better known as Ian Hodgkinson, he grew up in a single parent home with his mother and his 2 sisters, okay? And he's divorced from Kitsu, guessing that's his wife, with a daughter named Dasha, whose daughter is Norman Smiley. So I'm guessing whose daughter Smiley. Oh, British professional wrestler. Just 1 minute. Godfather is Norman Smiley. Alright, he's a British professional wrestler. He was in WCW. Sorry, I have no idea who that guy is. And he's obviously a trainer from FCW as well, Florida Championship Wrestling. Alright, here we go, okay? So that's just a bit of him as well. But now, I'm just going to give you the bad news straight away from him. In July 2009, he broke his back. And he was, I don't know why he was doing this, you know, he's a 40-odd-year-old guy. But he was jumping from a 15-feet window to the ground from his bedroom window. And the Sun, the British newspaper, reports that he broke 4 vertebrae in his back. And he'll need several months to heal. That must suck, that. You know, because he hasn't really had that many interviews, you see, over the year. But imagine that to be so active, you know, on the road all the time. Suddenly not to be able to on the road again. Piss you off. Alright, okay, so I'm just going to start off with the early years, okay? So Vampiro, or sorry, Ian Hodgkinson, he started off by, in the business, working for an international wrestling out of Quebec, Canada, okay, Montreal. And he also trained with the wrestlers before the matches as well, and before the WWC. I've never heard of that company. And yeah, well anyway, he made his debut as a jobber in 1984 with hardly any training at all. But he has been credited that Abdul sorry, Abdullah, the Butcher, you know, the famous guy who had many really good matches in the 80s and stuff like that against Hogan and stuff. That he was actually Vampiro's trainer. Okay, so Vampiro's first proper match was a tag team victory with Piroff Jr. over Muger and Huracan Sevilla in 1985. Oh, okay. Now for his most documented years and the time I actually knew about him and stuff like that. WCW. Okay, here we go. Alright, so in 1998 he was signed by WCW, and his first match was on June 29th of 1988, and it was on Monday Nitro, and his first match he won against Brad Armstrong, another good wrestler, and he would not even be he would not return until March 18th, 1999, so quite a few months on. But then again, he defeated Prince Luaka. Alright, and then he formed a stable then, and I don't know if anyone remembers this, but this is great. He formed a stable with the Insane Clown Posse, the ISP, and with Raven as well, called the Deadpool, and it was first off called the Necro Ward as well, which is pretty weird. The Necro Ward. Even though the stable was short-lived, though, you know, they gained, you know, quite a few popularity and stuff like that, and they had great feuds with Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero and Conan. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. Yeah. So, just basically, I'm not gonna go through every single match that he's ever had, so I'm just gonna move it on. He's had great feuds with, you know, Buff Bagwell and stuff like that, and Dr. Steve Williams and stuff. But I'm just gonna move on to my famous, like, my favourite moment of him was when he formed the alliance with Sting, called the Brothers in Pain, after he helped Sting defeat Les Luger in a lumberjack match. I remember that. That was great. But it only was short-lived, because Vampiro turned on Sting when WCW split into the New Blood and the Millionaires Club. And then what happened then? They had the most amazing matches ever. I don't know if anyone remembers the Human Torch match, and Vampiro won that. He set Sting on fire and threw him off the top of the stage. It was pretty mint. You know, I remember WCW was absolutely awesome. And that sort of was the end of that. But he had some other feuds with the Demon as well. I don't know if anyone remembers the Demon, like a lower card wrestler and stuff like that. Graveyard matches and stuff like that. And then Sting returned again, blah blah blah. So that's that. Anyway, and then I'll just tell you his later years. Only a quick video today, like I said, because it takes absolutely ages to upload sometimes. Alright, here we go. He then went to the independent circuit. After WCW went out of business, he didn't want to go to the WWE or anything like that. Nice. Yeah, so he went to the independent circuit, and then he went to TNA as well. But he went over to the All Japan Pro Wrestling, and he was teaming with his idol, so that was absolutely mint. And his idol was the Great Muta, right? So it's like, say, me getting signed by a company, whatever, and like teaming with the Undertaker or something like that, you know. That's how it probably was, you see. So that would be a good feeling for Vampiro as well. And he was still using his gimmick, you know. So it's lasted all the way from 1984, you know. So that's great, that, until the present day. So, you know, people say that the Undertaker, you know, that when he turned into the motorcycle guy, the American Badass and all that, he shouldn't have done it, and that maybe he should have carried on a bit. You know, it's probably true, because, you know, he's been doing it, Vampiro, for like 25 years and all, and, you know, and he's not changed one tiny bit, so that must be pretty cool. You know, you have to have a lot of stuff to carry that same gimmick out. I've got a bit of a sore throat today. Anyway, yeah, then he wrestled in Puerto Rico as well. And then eventually, in 2003, he went to TNA, and he debuted on September the 17th in 2003, and he assisted Shane Douglas and James Mitchell in shaving Raven's head. He then feuded with Raven for absolutely ages, like always happens, you know. They come in and then they shave people's heads, they have fights, blah blah blah, and they have a massive feud. That happened, and then he was hardly seen in it again. You know, he was hardly seen ever again on that. Then in 2005, he just buggered off away, and he went to the AA promotion, which is the Lucha Libre stuff like that, and that's absolutely mint. and he and Conan, you know, used to be in LAX with Homicide and Hernandez and stuff like that in TNA. They went and worked for the Lucha Libre stuff, and they actually didn't wrestle for a bit. They started booking the matches and stuff like that. And he stayed there for a bit, and then he had a couple of matches, and then eventually he left again. Then he went on to another lower card promotions, and eventually until today, you know, when we know he's just, as I said before, that he broke his back and stuff like that. So the reason I'm leaving is because I've gone over the YouTube limit, and they might not, you know, accept my video and stuff like that. So just really quickly, you know, thanks for watching, subscribe, rate and comment. That's pretty quick. And have a good night, I'm relaxed, and I'll see you in a bit. Thanks for watching, see you in a bit.